Welcome to our bonus video on blockers to creativity, or finding ways that you can push through so that you can share your story. So when I talk to a lot of my private mentor clients, one of the biggest things they told me as a blocker to creativity was they just didn't feel like they had enough time to write. Another thing was money, that they either felt like that they should be out making money or that really it was a very expensive hobby. Another thing that comes up a lot is that we all have a family and family comes first. So how do we find a way to incorporate our writing time into family time? So what I was going to share with you are just some of the ways that I overcame these obstacles, because absolutely they are exactly the same things that stopped me from writing. The first thing that I had to do was really guard my creative energy. So I would let lots of different things stop me from being creative. Maybe I was looking too much at social media and comparing myself to other people who were doing better, bigger, more stuff than me. Or maybe it was just that I was so stressed with the kids, or things were happening in my life that just weren't going great. And I didn't feel like I was in a great way to be creative. And one of the things that I really had to learn was that that's okay. If you don't feel like sitting down and writing, don't sit down and write. I know there are some people who subscribe that you should write every day. And if you're one of those people and that works for you, that's amazing. But if you don't feel like writing and that becomes stressful, then I think it takes away some of the joy that you actually get when you are a creative person and that you do it for the love of it. So reconnecting with your why was a way that I pushed forward during those times. I really sat down and thought about, why do I do this? Am I doing it for the money? Am I doing it for the fame or to be popular? And a lot of the time it came back to that I just really love writing stories, and I really love the reactions that I get from kids when they read my books. And so it kind of puts things into perspective when you go back to why you want to do it in the first place. And I think another big tip, took me a long time to master this one, was actually honoring the creative part of myself. And it wasn't until I actually started treating myself as somebody who deserved the time and the money to actually become a creative content creator. I just think that other people in my life didn't see me taking myself seriously, so they didn't take it seriously either. The minute that I actually made myself and my creative practice a priority was the same time that other people started treating it like it was a priority as well. So it's really a mindset issue. You really need to be thinking that I deserve this time and I deserve to have the money I need to put into my creative practice. And from that, other people around you will also see the benefits as well. And I think we try and find the creative spark outside of ourselves. But really for me, the times that I've written the best stories or felt the most creative is when I was being inspired by day-to-day things, when I was being inspired by the little things around me, and I didn't have to go to other countries, although that did help, or I didn't have to do big fancy things. It was just the little day-to-day stuff that sparked the creativity in me. And that was the things that I also found that other people, especially kids, really, really connected with. Finding time to write is always going to be a struggle. We're busy people, but again, it comes down to priorities. So do you have writing as a priority right now? Are you treating this like something that is really important to you and is something that potentially could be important to the whole family if you can get a book published?